What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video with Think Like a Jew, and today we're going to be discussing a way you can begin to make passive income using nothing but your phone. In today's day and age, we spend more and more time each day glued to our smartphones scrolling through meaningless content that at the end of the day brings no benefit to us. So instead of consuming content, why don't you instead create content and capitalize on this content creation movement to earn yourself some of that sweet, sweet dola? Now, there are a few ways you can get into content creation, whether that's through blogs or creating your own YouTube videos, but I think the easiest and most beginner-friendly way to make money through social media is on Instagram. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably a teen trying to increase their income, so this strategy is perfect for you because you're already acclimated to the Instagram environment. Now, I'm sure you already run your own personal Instagram page, so you're able to navigate the app and understand the basics. Plus, Instagram is extremely beginner-friendly to create content on. So let me explain the way I make money on Instagram, which is also known as Instagram theme pages. The basic premise of Instagram theme pages is that you create an Instagram account focused on a niche or topic that you're interested in. And when I mean the topic can be anything, I mean it could be anything. From there, you just optimize the account for Instagram SEO, use some of the growth strategies that I'll be going over in this video, and then find some form of monetization for your Instagram account, whether that's through creating your own store, affiliate market, or even drop shipping. Now, it sounds extremely simple, and to be honest with you, it is. It only takes about 5 minutes for every theme page that you're running every day, but the only thing that it does require is persistence and dedication. This is because with this money-making method that I'm showing you in this video, it takes a little bit of time for the money to start coming in, but once it does start to come in, it starts flowing in. Now, that's because just like building wealth, building an Instagram following is extremely hard at the beginning. When you have 0 followers, it's a lot harder to grow compared to when you have 1 million followers. Same with money. If you have $0, it's a lot harder to make money compared to the person with $1 million. The way I would describe an Instagram theme page is as almost an internet asset where you're taking your time to build this following, but once you get that following to a high enough point, you'll be able to start raking in the big bucks. Just as television channels chase after viewers so they get more advertisements, we're going to be chasing after followers so we can get more promotions. So with all of that said, let's hop onto the phone so I can show you how to create your very first Instagram theme page, as well as how to monetize it and grow it. Now that we're on my phone, I just want to say very quickly that I literally just recorded the entirety of this video for it to be completely deleted a second after. So everything that I'm already talking about in this video will have been done, but you'll be able to see the finished product already, which I think is actually a lot more beneficial. The first step that you're going to want to take, and probably the most important one, is to choose a niche. I'm sure you've seen niche-specific pages on Instagram before, whether it's travel, beauty, money, gaming, or basically anything you could think of. Some factors to consider when you're choosing a niche is whether you actually enjoy that topic, if it's profitable, and if it does well on Instagram. If you yourself aren't interested in that subject, you're going to be burnt out extremely quickly and you won't be able to reach that profitable stage of the theme page. Obviously, it has to be easily monetized because, well, that's the whole point of creating the page. And having a niche that the Instagram algorithm favors can drastically speed up the time it takes to begin making money from your page. You can find successful niches by creating a new Instagram page and just scrolling through the Explore page. This shows the content that the Instagram algorithm automatically favors, as the new account has no data for post recommendations, so the content that you're seeing is the content that Instagram shows to the most people. For this video, I think I'm going to go for something in the beauty niche because I haven't done anything in that niche yet. It's extremely popular and it's extremely profitable. So once you've picked out your general niche, there is one more step. Since there are already thousands of other pages creating content for the beauty niche, you now have to come up with a sub-niche that will allow Instagram to push your content to a more concentrated base of users while also being able to push it to the more broad beauty niche. This allows you to build a specialized following, which will increase your traffic and engagement. So, since we're doing beauty, we went for something within the lip category of beauty, something that sets us apart, but also allows us to rank on those popular hashtags. Once we come up with our niche, the next thing is to pick out a page name. And coming up with a page name is often overlooked, but it too is an extremely important part of the process. The name should be able to easily convey your niche, roll off the tongue, and be able to stay in someone's head, as well as looking good on your Instagram profile. Make sure to stay away from underscores, periods, or any other unaesthetic characters in your name, because they make your handle look extremely clunky. Since I'm creating a page that focuses on beauty, more specifically lip beauty, I'll go with the name Lip-uxury. It's a combination of the words lips and luxury, two words that convey my niche. It also looks very clean and is very memorizable, so I'm pretty happy with this choice. The next thing Instagram will have you do is put in a phone number or email address. I would highly recommend putting in an email address because it will allow you to have a more professional business contact, as well as if you are going to sell the Instagram page down the line, you do need to link it to an email. So once you have your email set up, the next thing you're going to want to do is profile optimization. So what that entails is changing your personal Instagram account into a business account so you can see your insights, as well as coming up with a name on the top of your profile that is very SEO friendly. Now, your name is extremely important, and it's often extremely overlooked because it is the #1 component when it comes to Instagram SEO. When somebody is looking something up and the keyword that they're searching is in your name, you have a chance of popping up. So instead of putting your real name or something else in there, I would recommend putting a catchy, zingy, kind of 3-word brief description of what you do on your profile. So as you can see, I went with luxury lip videos because obviously that's what I post, and if people search lip videos or luxury lips or lip luxury or anything of the sort, my profile will now pop up. From there, you're going to want to choose a profile picture. Now, this is extremely important for one reason and one reason only, and this is because you're going to be establishing your brand colors right here. Obviously, it should have ties to your niche and be aesthetic, but the first thing that you should think of when looking for a profile picture is, does this match up with my theme page's colors? For my page, obviously I'm going for a feminine theme, so I'm going to be using colors like red, pink, and purple. So I already found this aesthetic picture off of Google, which is perfectly fine to use at the beginning, but you may want to create a custom profile picture once your page starts to take off so you look a little bit more professional. Next is the bio, and this is where it can get a little bit more complicated. This is the first instance where an understanding of Instagram SEO is needed, so that could be a little bit confusing, and I'm just going to go over the basics. In your bio, there should be 4 lines: a hook, what it is that you do on your page, what value you provide, and a call to action. At the beginning of each line should be an emoji that goes along with your theme page's color scheme, followed by a vertical line and a space to separate it from the text and make it look a lot more clean. So this is what I came up with. You could see that the first line says, "You ain't seen lips like these," which I think is a pretty good hook. It catches my attention at least. Second line says, "Daily doses of luxury lips," which is basically saying I post daily videos of lips. Now, the third line was a little bit challenging for me because I'm not really teaching any lip strategies with this account, but I am posting videos, so I guess you could consider it a hack. So I said beauty/lip hacks on the daily. I did that because now I'm going to pop up when the word beauty is searched as well. And the last line says follow for stunning makeup content, which is just a call to action. Follow my page if you like this type of content. Now, obviously, there are ways to really buckle down on the bio and make it even more optimized using keywords and SEO, but for this video that's meant to really only go over the basics, we don't have time for that. Now, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of the video, sourcing your content, hashtags, and some early growth strategies. The first thing I'm going to show you out of those 3 things is where you'll be spending most of your daily time on your Instagram page, which is finding and sourcing content. The great thing about this type of page is that it requires 0 original content, so you don't have to have any skills to get it started. There are 2 places that I've sourced my content from the past, and the one that works best for you depends on the way you run your account and your niche. For super broad and popular topics, Reddit might be the way to go. I've had especially good results on my meme page from sourcing from Reddit. But the one thing that will mainly be sourcing your content is the Instagram Explore page. At first, you're going to just search up a bunch of hashtags that have to do with your topic. So I'm going to search up lips, lipstick, makeup, all of the things that have to do with my niche, and I'm going to follow the hashtags of them. So as you can see, I'm already following lips. I'm already following lipstick. I'm going to follow a few more just that have to do with lips, beauty, and makeup, just so that Instagram knows what my page is for. If it sees me following all fashion influencers, it's going to assume, This person enjoys fashion, and the content that he posts will most likely be enjoyable to people who like fashion and beauty and lip luxury. Now, once you've followed some hashtags, you'll probably have seen some content that you could already source. So let's just go on to lipstick, which is where I actually found my first sourced content for this page, and you can see the video I used literally right here. So you can see Beauty Day posted this lip video that I really liked right here and think it will do extremely well on my page. Now, preferably you find a profile that is similar size to yours. As you can see, she's only at 3.6K, which in the scale of things is still pretty small, so I think this video can really do well for me. One super important thing to note is that if you are reposting content, make sure to tag the original creator of the content in the bio and in the post. Now that you've found your content, it's time to learn how to optimize your posts with hashtags. For this, you're just going to go right back to the Instagram Explore page, look at a bunch of similar pages in your niche, and look at the hashtags that they used that got them the most success. When on the hunt for these hashtags, make sure that you only source them from successful posts, because if you're using posts that didn't do too well, the hashtags are an indicator of where your post is going to go. You're going to want to get a few sets of hashtags for each page that you're running, as the Instagram algorithm takes hashtag repetitiveness into consideration. A little tip from me over here, I like to, instead of copying my hashtag into my notes, I like to come into my keyboard settings, text replacement, and I like to just copy and paste them into here. So if you see, I created LP1 where I have my one set of hashtags, and then LP for lip luxury and one. Obviously, I haven't had time to create 3 to 4 hashtag sets that you would want for this page, but this is basically the template that you're going to use. So once you find your successful hashtags and some good stuff to post, you're going to want to download the app that I've left in the description for you guys. I have no sponsors from it, by the way. It's this app called Repost, and it allows you to take any public Instagram post and basically download it and repost it on your own Instagram. I've been using a lot of reposting apps, and this is the only one that has stayed consistent and, I'm still working with today. Now, the final piece that you're going to need is your caption buffer, is what I like to call it. Basically, the thing that separates your caption up top from your hashtags down below. Now, these you can post into your notes because it doesn't work in your keyboard hashtags because you're using a lot of new lines, and the keyboard shortcuts don't register new lines. It would just put a bunch of dots next to each other. So this is the template you're going to use. I like to put at the top, rate the blank depending on what you're posting, 1 through 10. This incentivizes people to comment and boosts your engagement. Then obviously a call to action, follow. Another call to action for why you should follow. Just another call to action. And then I like to put right here 3 tags to your own profile, because when people are scrolling through the caption, it's kind of difficult to click on that single tag, let's say right there. But if you have 3 lined up right here, it's a big clump you could just tap on. Below the clump is a camera, and right there is where you post the credit to the original creator of the post you're posting. Another call to action, and then right there is where you post your tags. So let's format a post and see how it looks. Like I said, I already ran through this video once, so I already made a post and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, so I'm just going to show you what it should look like. So here we have our post, and on the first line is our caption. Now, one thing that you do have to do all on your own, you can't really copy anybody else. Well, you can, and you can copy successful people, but you have to come up with a caption template, basically what you're doing in your captions. Now, for these type of pages, I typically like to ask the viewer of the post a question. So I said, what do you think of her lips? Just something for the users to engage with and comment down below and boost my engagement to push it to more people. After that, you can see we used our caption buffer. We have our tag right there, as well as them tagged in the post. And then you have our hashtags. And that's basically it. It's very simple to get this stuff going, guys. And once you post it, don't forget to post it on your Instagram story with hashtags hidden behind it. I typically use the same set of hashtags for the post and then the same set in the story, just hidden behind this. It allows me to stay organized, and obviously you're going to want to rotate through those hashtags. When you first create your account, I would rush to get your first 9 posts done. This completes your profile, allowing Instagram to push you to new users and fills up the screen completely, making your account look much more clean and professional. But using just hashtags won't get you enough traction to rank on the Explore page, at least when you first begin. So we're going to have to implement a cheeky little strategy to get your account to a point where it grows organically. Now I have a bunch of these methods, but I'm only going to go over my favorite one in this video, a form of follow for follow. If you don't know what follow for follow is, it's basically following a bunch of people interested in your niche and hoping some follow you back. The problem with this is that Instagram shadow bans any account with spammy activity, and following a bunch of people is definitely considered as such. It also makes your page look extremely unprofessional with your follower count being public, and if it says 2,000 people following with only 500 followers, it's not going to look professional and people aren't going to want to follow you. The way to get around these problems is what I like to call scout accounts. These are basically spam accounts named something that has to do with your niche that will come and do the follow for follow for you. Instead of cluttering up your main account, you'll follow people with these accounts, and from there you can refer them to your main account, which has so many more advantages compared to the traditional follow for follow method. To find people to follow, go onto a page that is relatively similar to yours and find a post that underperformed. In the case of Lip Luxury, I actually haven't had time to create these scout accounts, so I'm going to do an example on my Trippy Visuals account, Spam. So as you can see, it's called Trippy Balls. I post trippy art on my main page, so having the name Trippy Balls kind of is tied in with that niche. So what do I do when it comes to this is I would just come to my explore page, because as you can see, I'm being referred a bunch of trippier posts. So obviously you do whatever niche that you are doing, but I'm doing trippy. If I had a Lip Luxury scout account on right now, I would be doing beauty. But this thing looks pretty trippy, but as you can see, it got a lot of likes. So let's go onto their profile and find something that didn't get 18,000 likes. Just take a little time to scroll through, make sure you're getting one of their least popular posts. And the reason for this is that when you follow the people who are liking the least popular posts, you're following the people who have a higher tendency to interact with posts. So those are the people who you want to be following you. So it's looking like this 685 is basically the closest that I'll get to a super low number. So you're going to go through and you're going to follow 30 people. Now, obviously it's plus minus here. I don't know the exact number, but you will get banned if you do too much. So I do around 30. I'm not going to go through and do all 30 here because I've already done my cycle on this account today. Now you could do 30 follows twice per day on each account is what I like to do, and it keeps them at a safe balance. Once you have followed a bunch of people, you'll have to wait a little bit before you start to get follows back, but since I did it this morning, I should have a bunch of follows in here. As you can see, these are all from within the past day, and as you can see, it's a pretty successful strategy. I've gotten 7 followers within the past 5 hours. Referring them to my account would probably get me about a 50% conversion rate. So I've gotten 3 to 4 followers from my main account within the past 5 hours, which is pretty good considering I only did one rotation on one account. But basically what you do from here after the people follow you is you're going to set up another keyboard shortcut, which I showed you how to do with hashtags, for your follow me phrase. So what I do is, obviously, before my hashtags for this page are TR1 because I like to do 2 letters and then the number, which is the set of hashtags. For the follow phrase, I like to do the 2 letters that I use. I basically set each profile to these 2 letters. So Trippy Visuals TR, another one is RS, another one is RL, another one is FN. So just keeping a very good organization is extremely important. But for my follow phrase for Trippy Visuals is TRFLW. And you'll see it says follow my main, and you could just do this very quick because you've automated the process with keyboard shortcuts, and you'll be able to move through this extremely quick. Although there are a lot of extra steps, using this method sifts through the potential followers to only people who are prone to liking posts, which is going to boost your engagement as well as reduce clutter on your main account. After running this strategy to around 2,000 to 5,000 followers depending on your account, you'll begin to see that you rank on the explore page and will begin to grow organically. And once you reach this stage, you can discontinue the follow for follow method. And from there, it's smooth sailing. If your profile is optimized correctly, you'll begin to have sponsors and promos offered to you, allowing you to finally reap the rewards of your work. And after you get a taste of that sweet, sweet internet money, you can never go back. Once your page gets big enough, you can even begin your own dropshipping store within the niche to multiply your earnings, and since you own the page, it's free advertising. The monetization of your page can be as lucrative as you are creative. There's so many ways to make money from it, from collaborating with brands, selling shoutouts, creating merch, using it as a traffic source for a store, or anything you could think of that would allow you to make money from the community that you've created. And there it is, the Instagram money making method completely laid out for you. Granted, I tried to keep this video short so any beginners watching the video wouldn't have to stick through the boring parts that are super niche down to the experts. So if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I was thinking about turning this lip luxury Instagram account into a complete series. So if you guys would like to see that, make sure you drop a like down below and comment that as well. Now keep in mind, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to begin earning income from your page. But once you do begin to earn income, it's the easiest source of passive income you could ever think of. With all of that said, I think it's time to end the video right here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below, and if you really enjoyed, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Anyways guys, this has been Think Like a Jew. I've been Ethan. Have a wonderful day, and go make some damn money.